Good afternoon. How are you? Hope you're well. Yeah, I hear you. So broke. Yeah, it's just surreal. Surreal. But, I'm praying for myself and praying for everybody else. It's just life. Life happens. I'm trying to, I'm trying, but she so much more to me, more than my family was. Yeah, it's like that sometimes. You would think your blood was, would be 100, but that's not always the case. Love you, Queen. I need to express it more to all those who touch my heart. Tomorrow's not promised. No, it's not at all. And, I try to make my rounds and just kind of let everybody know and hope that they understand because, I never know. They never know. And that last, um, expression could be the last and at least give them something positive. That's why I try not to,
Can we use this?
you can use it,
Okay, thanks.
dwell in, evil and just confusion. I stay away from that stuff. Hey, Sylvia. Hello, Leslie. Girl, I got my internet back on time. Yeah, I just, I try my best to avoid the situation. Some people don't understand, even just sitting here. It's hard because I do have the internet, but again, I can use great discretion and I just stay out of stuff. It's one of those things where I just say, love you here. Oh, thank you. Y'all, I'm sitting here. I'm not even, thank you. That was yesterday's project. So I'm coasting on time. Um, I knocked out a lot of things that I need to have done, and um, I really don't have anything else. I'm pretty much, you know, I'm relaxing, so I can just sit comfortably and talk to you all, and you know, something I have not really been able to do, just sit down and talk to anybody. So I figured I would come on here and see what's going on, check on everybody, and eventually I'll go in there and throw the rest of the stuff in my bag because there's a couple things in there. But I need to get that finished and I'm good. Yeah, God is good. Blessings. Go back up here. Twins, you guys can check out Twins' channel. She is a very beautiful spirit. You need to hook me up. Hey, girl. Okay. I'm here. I'm telling you, I used to on Saturdays, because you know the kids would be, the weekend. That was my busy time. Folks would be lined up, literally, kind of knocking on the door, just ready, and bringing the kids and stuff. Or I'm going to somebody, and they're like, "Girl, I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna go over." I said, "Hold up, how long you think it's gonna take me? It's not gonna take me that long." And they come back and they're like, "You did all of that in that amount of time, girl." When you have as many girls as I have, you learn to work efficiently, get the job done. I don't like to spend all day, and I would start my kids like Friday night. That way I wouldn't have to worry about them. But yeah, that's my little shade tree job. So it didn't take me that long to do it. I just had to sit down and actually do it. I wanted to bite the phone when you was cooking our cornbread, girl. That's some danger right there. Danger. I tell you, I was in the bed. I don't know what time it was, but I thought I was actually eating it. I was asleep. I was dreaming. And, yeah, I had to get up and get my stuff going. It was funny because I told my aunt, she told me the same thing. I'm like, man, I know we family. Fly. I'm praying for a boy. No more ponytails, please. I have 3 heads, girl. Okay? My baby just told me the other day, I wish I was a boy. I said, why? She said, because Tariq don't have to get his hair done. I'm like, oh, poor thing. But, yeah, that's a lot. I sometimes don't know how I get things done because it seems like I'm always combing hair. Not that, I'm not grateful, but it's a lot of maintenance. Yeah, we are going to have to do some kind of meetup. I have to take it off of here, but I was thinking about it, where we can meet up. Yeah, hopefully, long as baby is healthy, be grateful. Truth be told, I was not one for cutting the boys' hair. My kids had hair for years, my boys. And that's not something I wanted to do. I wanted them to make that decision. And so they finally kind of a force a situation. Yeah, it was tragic, but they ended up getting haircuts. Gosh, this fly is fierce. Thanks for the shout out. Thank you, Sylvia, for subscribing. You're welcome. Made that dream a reality. I never learned to do it. Wish I got in the kitchen when my grandmother told me to. You're going to have to make the hot water cornbread for Tummy's video. Girl, it's just like frying pancakes, but you're not really frying it. There's no oil, but all you have to do is get your mix and get that oil hot, and you just fry it. It only take like a minute or two. Flip it over. Yeah, it's not that hard at all. You just have to, like I said, make sure your water is hot. And some people add eggs to theirs, but you know, this go back to a plantation meal, okay? So they didn't really have eggs all the time. But that cornmeal, yes. Yes, hair is my nightmare. Girl, Charlotte loves you. If we were in lives and you came, or she would let us know to come on. Yes, if we were in the same place. Mm-hmm. But I was outside playing as a child. I love to bake. Yeah. I used to just watch everybody, and I never really, I don't know, I just watch. I never really paid attention. Nobody told me to come in there and watch, but I did. And, you know, I got better because it's just something I did. I just learned it. A lot of stuff I did not learn from my mom. I just, you know, was just reading a cookbook and common sense. So, yes, Nicole, I would. I try. My kids will call me and, Mom, how do you do this? You know, my brother called me. How do you do this? How do you make this? You know, a lot of times it's not anything complicated. They ask me how to make tuna fish. So, yeah. But it's not just any tuna fish. It's my mom. So everybody would call and ask me that. Like, how did she do this? How did she do this? I'm like, yeah. So I try to help them out and keep this stuff up here. That was the main reason why I you know, vlogged everything so that they would have they can have some reference to so they don't have to call me, or if they're trying to make something they can't get a hold of me, they know how to find it. My mom went back to the world. Oh, after 21 years of being clean. Some people you can't save. They don't want to be saved. And it's not your fault. That's what you have to keep in mind. You may be a product of her, but you are beautiful. My mission as a child was to be outside. Girl, yes. Who could be the first one outside? Eat outside, everything. It's like open the door and grab your lunch and keep it moving. That did used to help though. Like I would go grocery shopping and stuff like that. Yeah. When I had to do stuff, I would be in the house, but we played outside. We didn't care if it was raining, it was snowing, it was whatever. We were outside. Yeah, I had to stop calling. It was holding me down. Yep, let it go. Don't try to fight that battle. You just need to make sure that you can work through everything completely, process it, work through it. If you need some therapy, get some therapy. Because those things are things that will manifest in your relationships and your marriage and with your children. You will think that everything is okay, or, you know, I'm fine. Um, and then you start feeling, you know, some type of way towards people, and it's just that you need to really let go of it and get that off your chest. I've been bribing my kids to go outside. Girl, all you have to do is change the Wi-Fi password. Okay? I kid you not. I put that sign up on the refrigerator in a minute. Be like, Mama, what's the Wi-Fi password? It is wash the dishes, take out the trash, and go clean up that bedroom. They're like, all of that is the Wi-Fi password? Yep. But which one is it today? Pick one. Girl, yes, because the Wi-Fi password I pay for, not them. And so you can also change it. You can change it to where they're getting the slowest speed so that even if they do have it, everything they're trying to do is going to be really, really, really slow. I'll be like, oh, wow, my device is working fine. I don't know what's up. So, yeah, you can set any device you have to different speeds. But just change it. So, yeah, I'm telling them, hold on a minute. Hold on, y'all. When they grow up and go to work, they can get their own Wi-Fi. You just, oh my goodness. Oh, you. Do that. All right, one more time. And you see you sneak by. Okay, pull them up. Feeling better? Yes. All right. Good, good. You just took off just that quick, huh? Oh, my hand's still wet. It's real life. Real life. My girl's got the slow my tricks. Michaela asked me, why was it going so slow? Girl, yeah. But when they get to acting like that, oh, it's slow, I just go on and cut them off. Well, it was slow anyway. You know, it was slow. Well, can I use? No. Mine's all of a sudden slow. So, how many weeks are you? I've been wanting barbecue. Ooh, that sounds good. I find out May 11th. Oh, wow. Okay. So when I get back, I'll be waiting. Have an inkling. I'm not going to say anything. But, yeah. Have an inkling. And so far, I'm not wrong with anybody. Girl, what are we eating today? It's one of those days. I haven't said anything. I need to clean out the freezer. I have some wings in there. I need to get rid of those. So I'm gonna make those wings for them. And I don't know. They're probably gonna ask for macaroni and cheese. I don't eat macaroni and cheese, so I'll probably just have some asparagus and Brussels sprouts with mine. I'm not really cooking a whole lot, but still trying to empty the freezer. Some stuff I need to get at Costco that's gonna have to go in the freezer.
How share these?
Go ahead. Okay. And don't stay out of the kitchen.
Yes.
I see why you don't want to. Yeah. So just coasting. What did we eat last night? I had some pasta shells and green beans and corn. Yeah, something quick. Something quick. By the time I got done with hair, it didn't take that long, but I didn't want to cook either. Day fine snack. Girl. They a hot mess. I say yeah because they don't have candy all the time, so they don't know where. I have to stash it. They don't have it all the time. And that little bitty old snack pack, they're probably going to get one apiece, but they happy with it. So I don't like to hear the nonsense around the I don't want to eat this and I don't want to eat that, so I make sure I have none of that. You can't even argue. Whatever I give them, they get some candy, I make them split it up. Not that I cannot buy more, but I make them split it up on purpose. They want a Kit Kat bar. Guess what? That's 4 bars. We're going to split it up. Get the Kit Kat bar. Twix come in 2s. Let's split it up. That's how kids learn how to be grateful. If you just give it to them, watch that one day you can't get it and watch what happens. Let's see. A whole box of Ritz. I was too excited. Made her go get peanut butter. Tacos. Oh, that sounds good. We had tacos a couple weeks ago. Because they wanted tacos. Did I show that? Nope, I didn't even show that little bit. That's been a whole month. It's time to go to the store again. Had a little bit of a deal on grocery hauls because you guys know I used to share grocery hauls, but I came in the house and just kind of vlogged a little bit to show why I don't do them anymore. I don't even know. I think it was probably maybe 3 minutes, if even that. Maybe one day. I don't know. That's just one. I did it because people were interested in just large family, like how much food do you go through and stuff like that. But people got to be so offensive and judgmental and just food police and stuff. It just, was like that defeats the purpose. I'm not telling you what to eat. I know what we eat. I know how we eat. And yeah, but I have another whole little deal on that. I've been crunching numbers and just trying to help you all out on money, budgeting. Everybody, most of us, most moms are not working outside the home and have no other income, and you don't see the income, but there's potential. And so I was just sitting there adding up some stuff, and I was like, this is ridiculous. And that was only 2 items. For the month, it seemed like a little bit, but when you add that up over time, so y'all have to get large family smart, because large family don't shop like that. Them little, what is it, 36 pack of chips or something? We can't buy that. Not and have chips for everybody for the whole month. We can't buy one bag. And when you add up that one bag, it's like $7. You add that up for a month. Not cool. So, yeah, the girls just go through eating those little, yes, the apple and caramel. Girl, I will record, but I may not release it right away. Make sure it's a safe zone. Yeah, my daughter's always offering to share her sweets. That's what my kids do. When they have something, they all give me a piece of it. Because I make them realize that they got all of it. I didn't get any. So you give me a piece and that equals one. At least the little kids anyway. The big ones, they know automatically to do it. And then sometimes I just say no thank you. Just to show them that, I'm not always going to take it. This boy eats a lot already. Girl, boys will put away some food. I'm telling you. Get out of my cabinets. I hear you in there. Oh my, it's itching. These allergies, this grass. I'm so tired about this grass, y'all. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Oh, nose. My eye jumping and everything. I like to make my own snack bags. It's cheaper. It is. It is cheaper. Like I said, I just can't, with all the processed stuff. When you add that stuff up, it's ridiculous. And then, how many? I mean, some of y'all go back to the store and buy the same stuff over again because they ate it all up. I'm not, not trying to be rude or anything, but it happens, and it's like if you keep doing that for the whole week or the whole month, do you know how many boxes and packages of stuff you have gone through, and then you don't have the money? It's like, no. If we buying a box of Cheez-Its, then that's what I consider like prohibited food around here because it's not really food. Guess what? You only getting one box. Everybody in the house have to share that one box. And I'm not talking about the big Costco economy size. I'm talking about the little pound box. That's all you get for until I go to the grocery store the next month. You're not getting ready to eat all that kind of stuff. That mess is expensive. No, we gotta eat some real food. You gotta get in there and start cooking. Gallon of milk, yeah, yeah. You see, the kids do almond milk. I don't do milk at all, but yeah, you have to discipline the kids. Hey, and my kids got it when they started making the grocery list, and they would go with me. They realized what I had to go through, and they were like, we're not doing this. We have to change. We have to change. So certain times I pretty much buy the same things, and then certain times I will like every time I go I will bring in something different, and they probably won't see it again for months. Um that's just how it is. Give them a little treat or something, but you're not going to come with me and nag me to buy this and that. You're not going to tell me, you're not going to beg me, none of that. That's my song to the boys. Girl, yeah. I tell them when they get up and go get their job, then they can buy all that stuff, however they want to spend their money. You can buy that. And they don't, they will not spend their money on it because they know their money is not going to, their food is not going to do anything for them. I've been going while they're at school lately. Girl, yes, that's what I would do. Yep. I will make sure I go Thursday or Friday. And then, of course, I get a little bit of extra something because then we had a weekend, let them have a little, whatever. A lot of times we had company too. And so, yeah, but they tell me, you're not finna eat up all my stuff. Oh my goodness, I should put my thing on. Hold on. Hello? What you mean interact with things? Well, it's because they want to. No, you know how people are. They always want to put their 2 cents and stuff. I just got done talking about that. Well, let them make theirs, you make yours, and then everybody be copacetic. Okay. Yeah, they don't, but you can't tell them that. People think they know everything. Okay. I know it all. It came today, but I would call it what he told me it was coming. It came today. She was happy. He said what? Yeah, I know. But I told her it was from him. She'll understand. Yeah, she called, but he didn't answer yet. But she know it's from him. So I know because he told me it was from him. It was his idea. So, but I'm gonna call you back. I'm on the thing. Go make your stuff or something. But bye. This child talking about lavender lemonade and I don't know somebody. Oh Lord. See, it's just a classic example. Somebody arguing about something, they could find something else to argue about, or I mean, not even argue, but because somebody they making this thing and it's more than one way to make it, but somebody insists on their way. So I don't know. That's what I said. Just both of y'all make it. I would just stay out of it. You make the stuff. Save me some trouble. Let's see. Daughter drink almond milk but mostly water. She like to be healthy. Yeah, we do water. That's another thing. Juice. I don't do juice. I added that juice up. You spend. It would take us or I forgot, but the numbers was 28 and 28 because they run about the same. Um, $28 on juice and $28 on chips to get everybody one for the whole month. I can't be doing that. And then you give them one juice, they want one juice later on. No, we don't do that at all. Nope, drink water. So if I do, that's a treat. I get them some orange juice. Hey, 3 and done, out and about running errands. Ooh, in the girls' classes. Okay. Shop early. Yes, girl, shop early. So, we were talking about my child talking about her dad. He got my 6-year-old something the other day, and it just came. So he was like, he said it was from him, but I knew it was from him. It wasn't from the kids. I knew it was from him. He told me. So I was talking about somebody that's take care of your kids and they're not even their kids. That's just, he take care of our kids, but he also takes care of my kids. So that is where it went. What was I gonna say? I know I realized somebody said tacos. I realized it was Cinco de Mayo. And I'm like, we about to eat chicken. But maybe I'll throw some beans in there or something, some rice. So sometimes I do try to do that just to kind of keep in the, not like celebrate it, but just to kind of acknowledge, show the kids different cultures and heritage and stuff like that. Oh, there go that cable truck again. So, girl, let's see. Did you get the, I'm assuming you got the girls' hair done. You told me you were doing hair yesterday. Let me go back over here. This thing is so small. Let me make this bigger so I can see what I'm reading. There. Now I can see better. All right. Okay, let me go back down here. Oh, thank you. Now I'm catching up. My hair is cute. I'm trying to weed my baby girl. She's 11 months. She's trying to go for the record. I need a break between babies. Girl. Chicken. We might be too. Yeah, only thing they're going to be upset because they want some drumsticks and I didn't take them out. I think I do have some, but that's not what I had in mind. Yes, we finished this morning. Okay. Yes, hon, I don't want no more babies, no time, but if it happens, really not prevent it. Yep. They are a blessing. So I get so excited for you all. It's exciting. I was reading the bio for this live. I have not sat silent for a long while. Girl, every day. And this is actually one from a few weeks back, but it's still relevant. So I just keep it in there. Just kind of remind people, those that do read, you know, we want one more. Just my beliefs. We don't believe in birth control. Yeah. Pregnancy number 8, baby number 7, hopefully. Wow, that I know a couple, 3 of you all have rainbow are having rainbows. So blessings to you. I know that has to be very difficult. Very, very difficult. Yeah, the synthetic, I can't wrap my head around something that is manufactured like that to alter your body chemistry. That's just ungodly. If he wants you um, barren, then it's already been ordered. If he wants you fruitful, it's already been ordered. So I don't believe in trying to control things like that. People don't think sometimes, like, are all those your kids? Yeah. Yep. I never have gotten it like that. I've gotten it like that only because they are so well behaved. Not because, are all those your kids? Not like that. Not in a rude way, but they're just astonished that they're all, not running wild and all over the place and stuff like that. And I'm like, mm-hmm. Or they'll see maybe a couple of them and like, oh my goodness, they're so cute. They're so, quiet. They're so, and then I say, oh, I got about, handful more at the house. And they like, what? And then the next question is, wait a minute, how old are you? So that's mostly what I get. How old are you? Because I don't look my age. And I'm like, I wasn't a teenager. Okay. So, yeah. Like, oh my gosh, I can't manage two. How can you manage 6? Yeah. Some people are just, just tell them, you know what? The good Lord sent them here, and the good Lord helped me raise them up. That's what you have to do. You have to trust and believe. I get tired of people asking, girl, yes, how old are you? How old are you? I'll be like, well, I have a couple of kids in their 20s, and they're like, what? Are you serious? Where's your ID? Yep, yep. Very, very youthful. Very youthful. Gloria, well, thank you. You remind me of those lady pastors, how they words just stick to you. Oh, I hope to have more one day. One day, just God willing, pray on it and um, know that whatever the outcome, it's already been determined. And you just have to take what you're given and live, you know, raise what you have and be grateful. Be careful with that scooter. Tamara, all those your kids? Like, no, I just, said everybody line up, and they, a couple of them, I think, just, I don't know where they came from. Like, I thought they was yours. God give you what you can handle. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. That's usually my response. Um, God bless me, and they'd be like, yeah, God bless you, all right. But back to back babies is fun, but it's challenging. It is. It is quite challenging. I kind of, it was my hope to kind of, back to back to back, kind of, to just get through that. And I was kind of grateful that I did because, the time with my mom and having her to, be there and know them and see me become a mother and stuff like that. So I was grateful for that. I don't have any regrets in that way. It could have been one, and I would have been fine. Yes, I'm happy with my daughter. And keep it second in my heart. Exactly. So, but yeah, I see a lot of, people have children and they're just so, unappreciative. And it's like, wow, I feel bad for those kids. It's like, they're driving me crazy, this, and this, that. And you knew that before you signed up. Because it's not like, and I'm saying this, you can, you really make a choice. There are things that you can do, okay? Whether it's, if you want to go to the hormonal route, there are things you can, there's natural methods and things like that. But you knew this. And, you have to be selfless. And I see a lot of selfish parents. It's like, do you know how many people would give to have these kids, quote unquote, drive them crazy? I always loved kids and I was obsessed with dolls. I wanted to be a mama. Yeah, I hear that a lot. I hear that a lot. I wanted to back with Layla and baby John. Layla, turn up mode. Girl, your kids are just, everybody's kids. These kids are just adorable. Just like, wow. They're so pretty. All of you take good care of them. Yeah, upset me when people are ungrateful because of what I've lost. They just don't know. Peeve, I don't mention much. Moms that look over glorified from head to toe when the kids are neglected. Yeah, yeah. That's just, you can't, I don't have my slippers on. I don't even know where my slippers are, but I, tell you guys the story about my slippers all the time. Just, my kids are going to be right before I am. I'm not going to, all that you guys been, I just put up another haul. I've been going, they need stuff and I don't need anything. The only thing I needed was to get to where I'm going. And that's a lot. It is a lot. And somebody was saying, I thought all the kids were going, but no, they're not going to go. And actually I don't know, somehow between, I think late last year and a couple of months ago, things kind of changed. We flipped the plan because I was talking about how we, you can plan for things, but, monetary like that, that's a lot of money when you start counting heads, and anything could happen. But that was the plan. And the only thing that wasn't guaranteed was we needed a 15 passenger, and you can't always find them to rent when you need them. And so it was a gamble. But we were going to take everybody. And it just came down to, don't nobody want to drive. So it's like, okay, y'all are going to stay here because we just, won't do it. It probably would have came out. Well, yeah, it would be more to take them anyway because we have to shop and, eat and stuff like that. But, it really was not that big a deal. We just decided not to drive. I went shopping for clothes and ended up buying. So, buying the kids. Yeah, I just bought what I bought, for this event, and that was it. I don't, I'm not going anywhere. I will buy, if I want something, I will buy a book. I make sure I try, because that's something I've just been used to doing all my life. I would go buy me a book, and I'm happy. I can say I was not, I was one of those kids that's something that my mom would do. And I wouldn't say bribery, but when I was a kid, most little kids asked for toys. I always asked for books. And if I acted up or I did something, because I would go to her job and I would see this, and Mom, can I have this book? And if I did something wrong, and she would say yeah, but if I did something wrong or I was in trouble for something, she would come home, she didn't have that book. And I'd be so upset. Most little kids do not care about a book, but that's that was my whole world. I just wanted that book. So some things just never change. If I ever got a question about the Bible, yes, you can. You sure can. You sure can. And just know I'm open. I'm not one of those closed mind. I'm Bible, preaching. I'm just going to point you where you need to go. I don't like to debate people about stuff and, different doctrines. And I'm not on that. But, yeah. And I will tell you in a minute, if I'm telling you something and you can contest it, go ahead. Just point me. And I will sit down and I will research and do what I need to do. And come back and let you know. Hey, you were right. I had to look further. Or, hey, did you consider this? I'm not going to argue with you about it. All I say is everybody, has their own interpretation. And a lot of people use man interpretation rather than what it really says. They want to apply it the way they want to, cater to their life. So it's like you can't do that. My kids have been taught you can't add or take away. You guys, if you watched the Bible lesson, we did a little demonstration with the apple and the orange, and that's what that was really about. If you add something, it's not going to be complete. If you take something away, it's not going to be complete. So, let me go back up here. Somebody said they had Once Upon a Child. Hey, Mommy Maxwell, I saw you in here yesterday. Oops, I don't know what I'm doing with this. I'm not trying. Shopping. You got Once Upon a Child. You looking for summer clothes? Okay, shorts, dance wear. Shorts and dance wear, sandals. Hello? You just woke up? Oh, well, I'll tell her to call you back. She went outside. Thank you. Huh? Oh, yeah, she did. Okay, I'll tell her to call you back later on. All right, bye. Dance wear, shorts and sandals. Yeah, I like consignment because sometimes you find it's better than going to the store because the store, these stores, they're buyers for stuff. It's just it's ridiculous the stuff that they put. Like I was looking, you guys know I'm still at the children's place because I still have place cash that has not expired, even though I'm not the stuff. Oh my gosh, that stuff looked like we had it for months. Um, and what I just put up today, you see just black and gray, and that's how I'm trying to keep it because anything else, any other color, I'm just giving them, it's going to end up looking like whatever. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not getting anything pink, anything light blue, anything yellow. I don't like red, but yeah, I just want all dark colors, navy blue. Even though I'm not really, wanting that, I would like some. Maybe if it was purple, I'll be excited. But that's not stuff you can find. So I'm gonna look at. I threw some stuff in a cart like polo stuff. I'm just going basic, but I'm getting ready to look at my Gymboree and see what they got going on, and not looking at the price because I prefer their quality, but also their styles. But this children's place, I'm looking at these dresses that they have for these little girls, and the shoulder out, and the back out. I don't like that, and the asymmetrical leg. That draws attention to the child legs. You got perverts out there. It looks seemingly innocent, but to me, I think that's a little bit too grown up. And then I'm looking at the child that they have modeling that stuff. And I'm like, that little girl, probably about 7 years old, look every bit of 12, 13 years old. Does not look right. I was late to the party. You're not late. They want to come back in the house right on time. So, I'm just, I'm showing you guys the plain stuff. If you want the more, they have more colorful things, but that's just not my taste. So you only seeing plain leggings and plain tops. I did a little far to get the graphic ones. They were really inspirational graphics. That's the reason why I chose those. But they had a lot more that were not good at all. So I didn't even mess with those. They have their polo dresses on clearance, and that's what I was looking at before. And I was going to use those place bucks on those dresses, but they marked everything back up. And I'm like, even the clearance stuff, how are you just gonna mark the stuff back up and stuff on clearance? When it's on clearance, it's supposed to be on clearance. So it was like, it's not even, it wasn't even worth it to redeem the bucks. What's the? Come here.
I messed up the TV when I did it. She did.
Oh goodness.
No, I didn't.
Calm down.
No. Stop.
Calm down.
No.
Yes, ma'am. Can you say good afternoon?
No.
You don't want to say good afternoon. You got a little smudge of dirt right there and right there. Oh, we're still going strong after a week on the hair. She had hers done day before yesterday, so I'll redo it.
We're gonna walk.
Oh, you're gonna have a seat, or are you going back outside?
Yes.
Stop arguing. Okay. Let me have a hug. You need a hug. That's what you need. You gonna be okay?
No.
Why not? Because y'all have to get along. Get along. Can you do that?
No.
Why not? Did you? What did we talk about? Being kind, right? Yes. Are they being kind?
No.
Tell them. I don't think you're being very kind. Tell them what they're doing to not be kind, and so that they can change that. I'm about to take a nap. Okay, take care. Thank you for joining. And I'll be around. Just know I'm there. I'm not, even if I don't say anything, know I'm watching. Alia, come here.
Okay. Okay.
You missed your phone call a few minutes ago. Will you get along with her? Okay? Y'all have to stop arguing.
It was Layla.
It was Layla?
Yes.
Well, why don't you take Zai and play with Zai so she doesn't feel sad?
Okay.
You just all happy, you know. So she's going to play with you. Goodness, come here, stand up. Let me see something. I haven't checked this out. Oh, yep, you are taller than her. You got a whole inch on her now. You've been growing. You know that?
She's almost 5.
You look like you're 5 already. Loose teeth and everything. All right, go in there with Leah and you guys go play with something. All right, she's only 4. That's why I had to keep buying stuff, because she's only 4 and the girl wears a size. Whew, and that one just turned 6. She a whole inch shorter. That's crazy. I remember what I wore compared to what they wore now. I don't like it at all. Yeah, I agree. That's why I don't like these, these box stores. But like I was saying, a consignment. A lot of times you can find. I would always look for like boutique stuff, and you could find better clothes rather than what's on the rack. You would be able to find decent dresses and skirts and tops that are actually tops and stuff like that, not just whatever you see right there that's trendy for the season. I want something that they can just wear and not have to worry about, like the graphic stuff can go out of style, stuff like that. I don't like that. A polo, they can wear a polo all day every day, and not have to worry about it, And so I was thinking about the leggings and the capris, because we don't really get that cold weather, but I thought about just maybe one long sleeves and one short sleeve, and they can throw the leggings under or the capri leggings under, and that would be all they need, because most of the time we barely need a jacket, so it's not like we need. We have all 4 seasons. I mean, it might get cold, and if it is, we're not outside. And that'd be maybe a day or two and something random.
Zai said this doll looks like justice.
They say look like justice. What you doing with the doll?
Nothing.
Everybody excited for the doll, huh? So, yeah, I think I'm gonna make them some dessert to go with dinner. Now that I was thinking about it, because I've been thinking about that for the last couple of days.
I want to play mom with me.
You don't.
She always plays mom.
Let me tell you, she always plays moms. Can I tell you, she like?
I want her to play Barbie.
You want her to play Barbies?
Not mom.
Not moms. Well, ask her to play Barbies instead of moms.
She likes her baby.
Well, that's because she likes her baby dolls. Leah used to love baby dolls even before you were born. So that's something that she always loves to play.
That's boring stuff.
I'll see what I have to deal with a 4-year-old. She want to boss everybody around. It's boring. And she loves her baby dolls. She get them and line them all up and cover them up and change their clothes and That's her deal.
Mom.
Hmm.
She's teasing me.
It seems like you have all kind of issues today. What's really going on? Are you just... Y'all, when the kids have... I know what her issue is. It's because they're all displaying issues. Like last week, she was crying. As soon as we got off this thing, you guys saw what happened. She fell asleep for 2 hours. One, she wasn't feeling good. They were not feeling good. They had been sick for the past couple of days. But she was so tired, she was delirious. That's why she was acting that way. You need to calm down. Think about it. Everybody's irritating you, so maybe you can just find something to do on your own so that you won't be irritated. You think that would work?
I don't know what to do.
You don't know what to do? Do you want to color?
Yeah.
You want a book or you want some paper? Because that's what you like to do. You like art.
I want to color.
Well, get a coloring book. Hey. So, yeah, it's because I'm leaving. They're getting nervous. So, I've been seeing a lot of kind of bickering because they're so anxious. You need some help getting the coloring book? Here. Pick one out. What my hand got on. Hold on. Wash this off. Something's sticky right there. Probably was glue. Hold on. Get that off my hands. That way, I'm going to have to wipe that drawer. I caught myself wiping it down, but maybe not. Get you some crayons. Look right here in the jar. You need a chair? You want the orange chair? Okay, so you sit there and do that. And that way nobody will bother you. I'll make sure they won't. Sometimes she's so extra. So extra. Actually, both of them. Whoo, boy. There are some little characters. I know you all can relate. It's not just the girls, but y'all that have girls, you know. Sound like Brittany. Girl, my kids would love your kids. Just these out here in the neighborhood, it's just like I don't like to. I'm not even talking about anybody, but I don't like to, talk about anybody's kids or anything. But the discipline, oh my gosh, these kids are so unruly, and I don't like them playing with my kids. Just the spirit that they bring is just bad. And I keep telling them, stay out of my yard. And they just, like, who cares? I'm like, are you serious? I'm asking you to leave. Don't come over here. And they make it their whole day's worth to come in the yard. So, it's time for me to go. I can't deal with kids like that. And kids like that, I can tell if they're just running wild like that, it's because they don't have any supervision. And you can tell what their parents are doing. Nothing. And so, if you talk to the parents, they wouldn't do nothing. Kids be all over the neighborhood and they don't care. It used to be we would be all over, but if the neighbor said something to us, so and so mom said something, oh, we just stopped what we were doing. There was no disrespect. These kids will go stand in the neighbor driveway. Am I in your driveway? And I'm looking like, let me just grab this Bible right quick and school you, little kid. I had somebody laughing at me because I told him, I said, one day I'm going to find out. I would normally bring kids like that, just come here. Let me talk to you for a minute. And that's why everybody would gravitate at my house. People, just kids, all. And they like, I don't know how you do it with all these kids. But them, it's the spirit. And I said, one day I'm going to get out there. I'm going to bring that Bible with me. Come here. Sit down and talk to you. Do you know what this is? Do you know what this say? Do you know what this mean? I know they don't. But I'm going to have the boy read it to them. That'll really knock them off their feet. Because these kids like 9 and 10, 11 years old and acting like man, just crazy. Those type of children I feel bad for because they basically, have no kind of guidance. No kind of guidance at all. They in there and what did they make? They made a box fort. That's what they did. So I guess they got bored of their box fort, but I don't know. They got about 5 or 6 boxes in there, and that's what they built a fort today and yesterday. So, and I know if the kids are outside and they don't, they come in the house, they don't even want to be bothered with them. So I know that, they're not good, and that's bad. And let's see. Let's go back to these comments. I love that doll. I was looking to get my daughter that same doll. Oh, okay. Girl, we're not, and that's something she did not have. They don't have a lot of, she has baby dolls. Somebody gave them Barbie. Now, I used to be a collector, but, yeah, something my mom started for me, but the girls don't. It's something somebody has given them. So that was her little surprise that arrived today. So she's excited for that. And everybody's impatient, but I told him, I said, he's going to get everybody something. It'll just be in time. And he just wanted to surprise him. So it's a good thing. Why is it here? But, yeah, I like the way that one looks. Not too overkill, because Barbie kind of can get outrageous. Just dolls in general can get outrageous. Let me check one thing on the screen right quick. I need to. Oops, there we go. There's my screen. Check something out. Anyway. So, I heard tacos. What is everybody else having for dinner? Chicken and somebody had pasta yesterday. The question is what I'm going to do for tomorrow. I have no idea. I really don't feel like cooking. Excuse me. I'm so tired. God, this is bad because I was tired and I had to hurry up and come home here because I was ready to go to sleep. And I slept. It's not like I didn't get any sleep. But when I eat certain things and it make me tired, I know that I ate the wrong thing. And all I had was oatmeal this morning. But I was so tired. It's like it was night all over again, and I had been doing a whole lot of stuff. Leftovers from yesterday, too hot to cook. Girl, yes. It sure is. So it may be sandwich. It may be pasta. Even though we just had pasta, maybe spaghetti. And if they have a macaroni, I don't know. That's just usually how I do things right before I go to the store. Because I keep stuff like that is like staples. Pasta. So I just kind of keep that stuff in there. And that's usually what they'll eat. And they're satisfied. I don't do a whole lot. I'll do some quinoa, some vegetables.
Me and Zion's box fort has 4 doors in it.
Your box fort has 4 doors. Oh, wow. Okay. So I don't know. It just all depends. If they might ask me they most of the time eat what I eat, but sometimes I will eat lunch and not dinner. So yeah. Yeah. I'm just waiting for I'm waiting for next week. I think we're going to what did she tell me? I think she said barbecue. There's barbecue. But I think we're going to Peruvian restaurant. All I know is I'm being treated, so I don't care what we eat. I do not care one bit. And then I know, well, no, we're not going to a barbecue restaurant because we're supposed to be barbecuing. That don't even make sense. So, yeah, we gotta, yeah, this little girl thinks she's slick. I need to make sure she's going. She's talking about some lemonade. She need to be going to the store. Yeah, we are supposed to barbecue. And so I don't know what the sides, I don't know what she's preparing, but that was the deal. We sent her the money to go to the store. She have to buy all of the sides and get everything cooked, and we'll just do the meat. So, yeah, but the Peruvian restaurant sound real good, and I don't know what we're gonna do for Saturday. And Sunday, I don't know. That's going to be probably something quick because we're going to probably have to eat in the car. Now I got to think about it. But in any case, I do my shopping on Monday, so we'll just eat some canned meat for the girl. Yes, I will take tuna and make tuna patties. I'm really simple. Pasta, tuna, call it a day, and I'm good. Try not to, some days I do when I can, but I don't make it all extravagant. I made lasagna the other day. We hadn't had lasagna in a while, and I'm not really, I don't know, not even, what am I trying to say? Sometimes I use the Daya cheese, but I'm not cheesing. I don't care if cheese substitute, cheese, whatever. It's just like milk. I don't like that. So um, I have to leave me some without it. Mm, Monday, yeah, Monday is a good day to go. Nobody's in the store. Everybody's gone back to work, and you can usually get in and out. And on the weekend is the one day I avoid. Yeah, go during the weekday. That's the best way to do it. Oh boy, I haven't even thought. I'm not even thinking about. I'm not leaving any anything. I don't care what they eat. I mean, I care, but I mean, it's not. I don't know. They might order some food, but since the groceries are gonna be here, I'm not trying to cook up anything. I'm not trying to leave anything. I'm not trying to leave instructions because that's just too much work. So I know that they will eat, and that is enough for me. Shoot, I have never had to, leave instruction like that or leave food. I'm just not one to do that. I expect you to know how to take care of your kids. Hmm. Kids can go wrong with nuggets. My little ones, like, yeah, we do nuggets. I did chicken fingers, but I make my own, not the package. I just use chicken breast because the package are um processed. And they won't matter. My kids won't even eat them. But yeah, that's a quick one. That is a quick one. Ooh, definitely a quick one. I'm trying to think of what else we do. I think it just depends on what we're doing. They eat according to. Some days everybody's hungry, and some days nobody's hungry. So that's why I mainly make the heavy meal in the afternoon, and then at dinner we'll have something light because nobody is really hungry by then. Yeah, I just feel that it's more, it's easier because you're not rushing to cook at the end of, whatever it is you're doing. I just, we take a break from whatever it is, we're working on school wise. If I haven't put anything in the crock pot, and I will or let them do whatever they're doing. They're usually doing things that they know how to do, and I just cook, and we'll have a big you know we'll have our big meal, and I don't have to stress at the end of the day because by that time I don't feel like cooking. By the time school, I don't want to get in there and have to stand up there for 20 minutes, longer than 20 minutes. It's just too much work, y'all. But then you have to wash dishes, and well, we don't have a dishwasher, so that's just way too much. So yeah, I like to get it in there and get it done. And um, if I'm cooking the same things over again, like you'll see me having the same things and just adding different sides, I'm fine. If I eat the same thing all week, I don't care. Kids don't care; they will ask for it. As long as we are fed, it's good food. Like, hey, every now and then they may say, "Can we have this?" Or "Do we have any of this?" And You know, I let them have it, or you know, put it on the next day or something like that. But I just keep it simple. Some days they wouldn't expect something, and I said, "Nope, we're not having that tonight." You know, I might have had a long day, and I just didn't feel well. This is what we're having. So quick and easy. I need to. Hmm, let's see, my chair fell. Hmm. So other than that, nothing else on the agenda. Trying to do some things in my head, and what did I do? I actually sat down and read a book, and the other day I made that my because I have been getting on myself about slacking, and I sat down and start to finish read my book, and I have some couple more I need to sit down and read, so I probably will take them with me, and that way I have something to do while I'm in transition, and then I can come back and kind of pick back up and let you guys in on school wise. I can't even remember. I don't know. I think I have a couple of like random days worth of footage that I have not put up. I haven't even been vlogging on. I say that, but I do just random stuff. But because we have been still working, just not a whole lot of stuff. It's just what are they doing? They were doing some dictation yesterday and some math. So not really because I didn't want to pick up and start a lesson and then have to stop it. So I just kind of just little bitty things that we can get done in like 15 minutes, and that's it. But I will share with you guys what we are using for this year, what we've been using, and um, how things are going, because you know we have been using it for a while. So I'm at that point where I can tell you how things are going. I'm not just going to show you and just show you the work because we have the work, and you know we're comfortable. Things are working, and as I have been really what have I been doing in their notebooks? That's something we've really been paying more attention to, because we don't do it every assignment. We don't put the stuff in the notebook. Some of the stuff I want in a certain way, so some of the stuff has been loose for a long time. Um, 'Cause I'm trying to figure out how to, because they're not divided. They're the single subject. If they were, you know, divided, then it would be easier. But some of the stuff I kind of count out the pages and write down what I want on that page so they will stick it in there. And that's been helping me out. But I'm so, you know, I know some of you guys have those days where you feel like you're not getting anything done, or, you know, this is all you've done and you just don't see it. But when I look at those notebooks, it's like, wow, we have made great progress. All of this stuff, and I don't keep everything, but the majority, because I do have to print out a lot of things, the majority what I keep goes in their notebooks. And so it's there, and it's, you know, their own books, and that's what they love looking at. And some of the stuff they could not even remember, and they're like, oh, I did this. And I'm like, yeah, you did that. This says 2015. So, if you guys are not into notebooking, it doesn't have to be anything extravagant, but just that's a good way to keep things. Even if it's just a math worksheet, make them a little book, and that'll help them out. um, Give them a little, something if you have to write it out, that will definitely help them um, to see, okay, this is where I was, and this is my progress. So it's a little tip that keeps me from, I do limit what I print out, but that also keeps me from keeping everything. I still cannot keep every single thing, but the stuff that we do, the things that we work on, also the time that we spend together and the memories, because we're working on those things as a group, and we can recall those days that so and so colored this way and it should have been that way, and they wrote this way and it should have been that way, or stuff like that. So it's a good thing to keep those things. And I don't know, I don't see them taking these things away from here, but they'll have them. Eventually I'll get rid of them. But what I did was, we do a lot, but we don't do a whole lot. So I don't see them having, massive amounts of, grammar notebooks and history notebooks, geography. It's not like that. We just do a little bit and put the stuff in there. So far we haven't had to turn over a notebook, and it's been 3 years. So 70 sheets. I mean, it's because we do so many different things. That's the good thing. So now I get, I see so many people saying they love notebooks because it's so easy. Just put the stuff in there, and that helps it just it helps the hoarding, because it can get real if you have more than one kid. The paper clutter is crazy. Oh my goodness. It's my nerves. So anywho, that's what we'll talk. I'll catch you guys up on that. And what else? Somebody asked about discipline, so I have some things about that. And books and resources and stuff like that. That I'm going to share. Things that I have and I have not shared. Not because they're new, but because I had intentions on sharing them later. I don't show you guys everything. You guys know how I do stuff. But yeah, we use these things, and it's things that I've been using. I just thought I still have a book haul sitting up there. I haven't. That's one thing I hadn't done. I said it was coming, but I didn't get to it. I think that was the day we didn't have any power, and it was dark because it was raining, so I just didn't even film it. Any preliminary plans for next year? Well, we are kind of in next year because we year-round school. So what we have been doing from the fall to now is pretty much what we're going to continue doing. Things have been working. I have been showing you all bits and pieces. I showed you when I showed the curriculum. That is pretty much the bulk of everything we're using. I'm not changing anything ever. Yeah, I don't see changing anything. I have everything, but what we did was some of the work text they have finished, and I'm not replacing those things because we don't need them. Them using the work text was one to get them in the habit of kind of in the habit of school. That was kind of my little way of this is how we're going to do things, and I need to work with them. Kind of not busy work, but kind of busy work. But the reading really helped me so that I didn't have to sit with each one of them and teach them so many different, stuff like that. The same thing with the grammar. Um, some things I can introduce a concept together, but the skill, it was more or less we were using them for skill building. So, but now what I'm using with the antiquated literature, everybody is together. And so I will show you. I've been showing you all along, just not the actual material that I'm using. Okay, with the exception of one thing. So, and then I mentioned McGuffey's, and there's a spin on McGuffey's I haven't showed you guys because it's hard to find, and good luck. But and then I will share the what's that thing called? The oh my gosh, the instruction guide to the McGuffey's readers. Okay, yeah, it's a whole lot. So I will share that because many people, we have the set and it's dry, it's boring, we don't know what to do with it. You read the instruction manual, it's every bit of 300 and something pages, I think. There's some good stuff in there. And not that we use it to a T, but it really is helpful and kind of help you understand. And if it kind of flows with what you do, then it'll work out perfectly. Um, Science is science. We, just do science whenever because it's not required. I just kind of incorporate that. It's more of a nature type deal than just science. Geography, same thing. And math, the issue was with the math. It really was not an issue, but an issue. And yeah, I kind of I knew where I just watching other people, and it kind of, well, maybe I could do that. I don't know, my confidence. I don't know. Um, and some of it was the kids. They were bored and not wanting to do it, and me not wanting to progress them. And I was taking it as them being bored as they didn't understand it. And so I had their dad trying to help, and he was saying they didn't understand. I'm like, wait a minute, let me, right here, let's do this. It's like, what don't you understand? And so they're doing stuff now, and it's like, you just told me you didn't understand it. They didn't understand because they want to go play. So it wasn't that they didn't understand, but it was making it hard on me, thinking I didn't know what I was doing, and I had to backtrack. Wait a minute, how many other kids have I helped? I know you guys are different, but still. So I had to get all of that out of my head and just kind of rehash where I had been, what I had done, in addition, not just my own kids, but the other kids, that I have taught, and say, hey, this is what we're doing. So now they're fine, and I'm just paying attention to them. They are, like I said, they were just bored, and they get it. So another thing I had to do, and I told you guys this was coming. We still have the TV, but this is kind of around the time when I got rid of the TVs. Now we've only had TV for about 2 years. No, hold on. Hello. Let me see. Hello. Nothing. What? thing, but I'm gonna talk to you a minute. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, that's good. Huh? I don't know. Wait a minute, because I hear not static, but like breaking up. Say that again. Oh, yeah, don't do that. Hmm. I don't know if it's this phone or this. You think it's that phone? No, it just seemed like it was like, when you in the wind and it just, you can hear a little bit and then you cannot hear. That's what it was sounding like. That's, yeah, that's a little bit better. But I just moved a little bit because I couldn't. See, now I just did it again. What's what? Let me go over here. Oh, nothing, nothing. Yeah, they about Lee or something. And that's it. Mm-hmm. No, of course not. Do he ever buy them anything? No. Yep. Didn't even call. So yeah. Nope. Yeah. Hmm. Oh yeah, they said don't do that again. They cannot. They have not anything. They didn't have anything and don't call. Don't text. They don't have. Yeah. They said don't contact. They don't have. So yeah. Anyway, you know, call me back later on today or tomorrow. No, that's not. That's what. That's what I was saying. All right. Okay. Love you too. Bye bye. Oh Lord, I'm just tired. Okay, I don't know if you guys can. Can you guys still hear me? I know I have to. I was on for a hot minute. All right. Yeah, I'm telling you. Sometimes I try to avoid, but if I don't answer, they think something's wrong. All right. So let me get back. Can you guys still hear me? See, this is why I don't buy. I just opened up another butter ice package. I'm talking. Let me see if I see any comments that way. I know I'm not talking to myself.
Mom,
Hmm.
I don't think she's beautiful.
Well, is she beautiful?
No,
Why is she not beautiful?
she thinks she's famous.
Oh goodness, not that again. Okay, maybe she's not famous. Let me get back to my little deal right quick. It's still low. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to figure out. I think I turned it down or I put it. Let me see. I can. All right, now I can hear it. Muted. All right, you should be able to hear it because I see the sound bar. You can't. You still can't hear me. See, it's a delay in my phone, so I'm trying to figure out what happened. All right, now I can hear it. Okay, I can hear it. All right, guys, I'm sorry. I had to take the phone call. So, I lost my train of thought. I think I was talking about the stuff we were using. Oh, and the math. Yeah, they just, the discipline, and I just kind of got, I was not getting that they were bored. It's not that they were not getting what I was giving them. They were bored. And then I listened to their dad say, teach them this way. And I mean, given he's a professor, I still should have used more of my judgment because I'm the one with them every day. He has no idea the TV. Okay. And so, that kind of, affected what I was doing. And as far as the TV, I locked the TV. So that really helped a whole lot because somebody was asking earlier about the kids or saying something about the kids not wanting to go outside. They're bribing the kids to go outside. And I said, all you have to do is change the Wi-Fi password and they'll go outside, But yeah, I locked the TV. So the TV is only able to come on, and not just, I didn't block the channels, I locked it. So it only comes on certain times. And it goes off at a certain time. So even if they did want to hurry up, they know that, okay, we can't watch TV. So it's like, okay, guys, we got to do our work if we want to watch this show or we want to go do this and, or we can't do it. So now they have no excuse. But that is what I have been watching for a little bit. And, I knew it would kind of get to this point. I'm seeing a lot of, the same thing I saw the first time. TV can, it takes over us. So I know what it does to a kid, if it takes over us. And, same thing with social media. So, the TV didn't come on certain days. It didn't come on certain times. And, everybody's good. They're not complaining. And they're not on the other computer. They're not on anything. So I'm like, you guys, if this is what you want, you're going to have to truly work for it. And, yeah. So, and when this guy came over here the other week trying to sell me this stuff, I really was looking at him like, really? And it's storm season 2. And then the other thing that really got me was satellite. I said, you want to put a what on my house and the lightning just struck what in the backyard? I don't think so. Okay? No, you're not putting no metal on that. No. So, yeah. And then, that's how the kids grew up. The older kids, when we got rid of the TVs, I told you guys, I took a hammer. I actually took a hammer and busted them. The evil boxes, and just was like, I just felt like, I mean, it's demonic, you lose your kids. And so, and I didn't watch TV, I read. So they would read, and they would read, and they would read because they didn't have anything else to do. And we had a lot more time to do things. I didn't ever feel like I was overwhelmed, and that's how I am now. I don't feel like I'm overwhelmed with chores and just, if I don't feel like cooking, I just don't feel like cooking. If I don't feel like washing dishes, I don't feel like washing dishes. 9 times out of 10 is because I'm trying to read a book. But I'm not overwhelmed with things. And that's usually what happens is you're trying to watch TV or you're trying to get on social media. And so other things become less in priority. And, I stop and I ask them, you're watching the show. How does this make you feel? And they will say it's got them wired, or I will listen. And, cause what they usually watch is this Baby First or, what is that other one? I don't know. It's not that bad. It's not the Disney Channel, but it's the other channel. Anyway, but I could hear them. It just seems like they're just so wired. I'm like, do you realize before you cut that on, you were not acting like that? And then they would stop and think, yeah, we were calm. It was peaceful. So, I have to let them know that, hey, this is making you wow out. We need to take a break from this. And they appreciate it because sometimes they're just on 10 and they want to calm down and they don't know how. And I'm telling them, you guys, sometimes you might hear, even in the vlogs, you might hear the TV on. Nobody's watching the TV. And I'm like, you guys have to turn this TV off. Why is the TV still on? They just want the noise. So I said, you know what? I'm going to remedy this. So it won't even come on. And I don't have that problem. Somebody have a fit. And what was happening is they would try to have a fit. I don't know how to do this. And then they would go and try to watch TV. And I said, okay. So now I see your behavior. So no. I had to get rid of TVs, tablets. My kids would rush to work and play with tablets. I agree. I started slacking after my third was born. Noticed a difference in their behavior overnight. Yeah. So it's not. I don't think it's bad at all. Or
I made her happy because at first her house, her own fort was made out of two boxes, and then I made her own fort room made out of 3 boxes, and then she got happy.
She got happy.
Yeah, because there's a door she can talk to Layla through with.
Oh, okay. Seems like y'all are in there engineering. So see, they're in there playing with boxes. They're not even watching TV.
Because we like box forts.
It's just the noise. It's just the noise of it all. And just be on watching and stuff. Yeah, so I have to cut it off. I'm like, you know what? We can do without. We can do without. And so, same thing with their dad. He wants to sit down and, he'll watch movies and stuff. And I'm like, you know what? You could be helping me, make sure they get their work done, see if they need any help, see if I need any help. And, it just does not happen. So I'm like, sit down and read with somebody, help them read, see that they can read. Do you know that they can read? Just calm down. But yeah, the math, we got it under control. And only thing, the little ones, let's see, where they are now, I'm looking, they are 3 units, and they're not that long away. And what I'm doing is, I've been slowing it down because they really could have been done with that book, but that's not what I wanted to do. I don't want to rush through that book and not really cover everything. What I'm looking at is, because I'm getting ready to leave by July, they'll really be done with the book. They'll be done before July. But what I'm trying to do is stall it and go a chapter a month, a unit a month, rather than just finish it up. And then they have a review of the whole book, because I want the little ones to kind of catch up, finish their little deal. They're almost finished. And I need to have enough time to have all of the books at the same time, to start them at the same time. So I don't know if I'm going to, I'm trying to order them all at the same time, and I thought about that. That's 20 times 4. So I know that may seem small, but given the fact of what I've just been through, that's a lot. And what I have to keep on buying. Yeah. So I'm just trying to slow it down. And also consider that I have to, this child has to get to school. So I'm going to have to leave again to take her out to LA. So I'm not trying to rush. And, but that'll be the only thing I do, is get them, get their math books. Other than that, everything else the same. I don't have to buy any, we're using the McGuffies. I don't have to buy any language arts. I don't have to buy any spelling. I don't have to buy any reading, anything. So I'm good on that. I think I invested pretty wisely, and now it's a matter of things that that I had on my list somewhere or in my cart somewhere, but I was waiting for it to be, age appropriate for them. So I'm going to start getting that's my plan, is to just start, picking and pulling from that kind of stuff, and use those resources. But again, not all of them, because sometimes I find that I will find things and just put them in a cart, and then I go back at the next month and reevaluate, and we really don't need it. So it just, sits there, or I take it out. But, I'll look at those things again. That just helps me not to impulse buy. Once I think about it for a while and I see, okay, maybe we did need it, or maybe only one of them needed it. Can I find a substitute? Or do we have a substitute? So, yeah. Let me see something very quick. Like, I'm trying to, okay. I had to check something over on eBay. And some things I'm trying to, it's like certain things I'm collecting just to give them each something. So they can have their own, but not anything major like the, we've been using, this is not the Bible. We use the Adventure Bible. And, we have a couple of them. I need to get a couple more, and I need to get, we've been using the devotional too, but we've been using the devotional for a while. This is where we are, and what I'm trying to do is collect them. I want each of them to have one of these here. So, let me look at my screen. I want them each to have one of these. So I'm trying to collect these. And this is really good. This is a, I want to say, like 6 to 10. This one is really good. It's a really good devotional. Message came through. And I want to say 6 to 10. So we use this. And we have the thing too. And so this is part of their. This book says 4 to 7. It's part of their Bible stuff that they do. But it gives, has word searches and stuff like that. It's not very big, but it goes along with the stuff that they do in their notebooking. So I want each of them, because sometimes I like them to, they all want to sit down and look at the book while we're going through the devotion, and it's kind of hard to, okay, look at the picture, look at it, they want their own, so I'm trying to collect those. Yeah, that'd be John at times. You're acting like the little kids. So, other than that, nothing. Like I said, it's not any kind of major purchases that I know of. I know something I did get rid of. I got rid of ABC Mouse. Well, you know what? I didn't get rid of them. And I didn't even make that much light on them because it just, it wasn't beneficial. But price gouging. I don't know. We got in at a real good deal, but I paid for that thing one time. We did the year thing, and that was it. But what I found out that they were charging, I was charged for more time than I had it. And the reason why I figured that out is because the account that I used to open it, I had closed that thing a long time ago. And I was like, how are we still getting this service years later? And then they would send the thing. And I'm like, I know this thing expired. Like, you know, and I had switched accounts a couple times. So I know there was no way I was paying for it. Unless they were just giving it to us for free all those years. And I kept thinking they're going to send me an invoice for this thing, you know, this bill. And it just never happened. So, yeah. But, yeah, we got rid of the mess. And they trying to, you know, send a little thing, get it. And I'm like, no, thank you. It's too, you know, again, my kids are not, you know, they're not computer kids. You know, that's not, they would rather, I could put them on something where they can create something. You know, I think, I don't let them on Minecraft, but I think that would be something, you know, something like that. My other kids used to do that little, what is that stuff? Sims. They used to do stuff like that. They would do something like that, but that ABC Mouse, there wasn't, it was more, I don't know what to do. Let me go do this. You know, they weren't learning anything from it. So, but yeah, I don't know what they were doing, but, I only paid for that thing one time. And my deal was to continue it. And, we just kept getting it. And I'm like, okay, this thing never expired. I didn't improve anything. And I know you have to cancel it. But given the fact that I had closed the account, who were they charging? They weren't charging me. You know, there was no way that they can charge it if that card was, it was destroyed. You know, the account was closed. It was lost, you know, and reported. So I don't know how they got over like that. But yeah, that's why I say not Minecraft, but you guys know stuff like that, like where you engineer stuff, you know, just STEM stuff, not Minecraft. But where you build stuff, they would do stuff like that if I let them. I think they got some virtual Lego something, you know, I don't know, stuff like that. But yeah, I don't let them do the Minecraft because I don't have enough time to sit down and figure that stuff out. And you know, when I hear everybody is letting their kids do it, then I already know then it must be something wrong with it. Because, you know, I hear my kids crying they can't do Minecraft. I'm like, oh, it's something just like TV. It's, you know, something's zapping them kids in. So I stay away from it. But yeah, I've never really, somebody might show a picture and that's all I know. And I just, if it was something of interest, I would really take the time to figure it out. But I know it just seemed like junk. Oh my goodness.
Mama! I'm mad at Layla!
What did she do?
She said I'm being mean!
Oh my goodness. Are you being mean?
But she's trying to go in my ball. But they keep on breaking it.
Are they breaking your fort? Ask them not to break your fort. Say, please don't break my fort.
They'll still go in and say, boy.
Will you show me your picture that you colored? Did you finish it?
What picture?
In your coloring book. Girl, one level you built the underground world and you know it's for subliminal. What? See, stuff like that, yeah, I wouldn't. See, that's why I don't know stuff like that. You know, I'm just naive like that on purpose. Because I don't want any parts of it. Don't even expose me to it. Okay. All right. I do good to get cartoon, you know, stuff like this. And I don't even like this kind of thing. But sometimes it just calmed them down. To, you know, I don't have to print out a piece of paper. My thing is, I don't like images like this, you know, but they know the difference. Some kids don't, you know, animals with people image, they know better. I didn't just start out giving them this kind of stuff. They know that animals don't talk. They don't do that. They don't do that. Now, they don't watch the show, but here, You did very nice. I like how you took the time and did her stripes. Very nice. Here you go. Very nice. Yeah. Yeah, we don't, some of that stuff we don't partake of because it's crazy. Yeah, you have to be careful of what you give these kids. You know, I have a thing I need to, yeah. Guys, it's I'm so, no, I don't want to say particular, but you really have to be careful. I have I'm going to talk about this probably when I get back. Nursery rhymes and, nursery rhymes. Guys, I'm not saying don't use nursery rhymes. Don't have your children singing nursery rhymes, okay? Don't do that. I don't even have to think. The vowels. Do not have your children sing vowels. And I have to break it down and just show you. But don't have them sing that song or, sing the nursery rhyme songs. That stuff is demonic. And, some of the people know, and then some of the, like Rockabye Baby, okay, yeah, that's obvious. Some of these nursery rhymes are not that obvious, but if you do your research and find out where they really came from, you will understand. But yeah, the vowels, it's okay to teach them the letter individually, but don't teach it to them in a song, because that is a code. So, yeah, be very, very careful. For stuff like that. What else was I thinking about? Something I have to teach you guys, or not teach, talk that I'm teaching the kids. Let's see, what else I want to talk about. I don't know. I kind of think I will just share, of course, like once I show you guys what we're doing, how we're doing it. Kind of just show you really how it works and how it looks. Because sometimes I can tell you, but you just have to see. And, it helps to get a visual. I can talk about it, but it helps to get a visual so that you guys can actually see the progress and the work that is going on, and it could definitely help you. Not saying, you need to do what I'm doing or how we're doing, but it may give you some insight on, okay, we are doing, adequate work, or we are doing, enough over here, or we're not doing, and I'm no measure at all, because I can't really, everybody has their own plan, and the kids learn differently, so I can't really say, you need to do this for X amount of time. All I can say is be consistent with what you do, and repetition helps. So consistent. You might not have to do math every day. You might get away with doing math every other day, but that does not mean that they're not doing math. They could be doing something else. They could be reading a math-based book. They could be working on puzzles. They could be working on logic. Any of those type of things, I group those things in math. They might not have a math textbook in front of them or workbook, but that does not mean they're not doing math. Geo boards and stuff like that. So, yeah, we kind of, skip stuff around a lot so that we don't get bored. We don't get bored. But, like I said, sometimes when I just feel like they're not getting it because I'm not getting the answers, that's where I was having a problem. And then I'm watching, they would do that stuff with other subjects, not just the math. And I'm like, you know what? You knew the other day, you knew last week, you knew last year what this was. How could you not know all of a sudden today? So, yeah. Like that little one, I don't know how to read that. And I caught her the other day. She had her textbook. She was reading a book. And she saw me with the camera. She was like, what are you doing? So I didn't get that much, but yeah. So she'll claim that she cannot read, and she'll look at something and read it to me, and I'm like, oh, but I thought you couldn't read. So the little kids try to run game on me. I think they all do. So I just try to one thing, I'm seeing is the discipline. I'm gonna close this out today, but discipline and it has paid off. What works here may not work in your home, but what I've seen with us as parents is our discipline has paid off. With what's going on with the older kids all the way down to the little ones. It, is a matter of how we train them. And we can't ask for anything more. So, I have to keep in mind too, even though I can watch and support other people, don't second guess what I'm doing. Even though they're different children, don't second guess what I'm doing. Just meet their styles. And that's a lot of this I took into therapy, because a lot of the kids went through therapies for whatever reason, and a lot of information, I took out of it. They would come in and watch and observe and see how I interact and ask me certain things, and all the little paperwork you got to fill out because they want to profile you and all of that. And hey, you're doing this already. We were going to tell you this. You're on the right track. And I'm like, oh, okay. So a lot of times when I'm talking about stuff like that, that's stuff that that was professional, but I went in there knowing that much. And so they were saying, yes, you're doing, this right here, just keep doing it. And that, stuff like that, you can't make up, they're talking to the child. We're talking to multiple people, so you can't make that stuff up. They, even though they're not in a home, they can see what's going on. So discipline. I got to stay on my own discipline game and just know that that's what I'm doing. It just, keeping myself disciplined and keeping the kids disciplined. So you guys have to, something you have to pray about. Not everybody's able to know. Some people lack discipline and don't even realize it. And just about everybody is flawed like that. And then, some your discipline may be strong in some ways, in other ways it's not. And, it could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing, But if you are a disciplined natured person, then it will reflect in everything and everybody. So, you're going to see it. You're not going to see, not to say that everything's going to be perfect every time, but most of the time I'm a very rational person. And that's just because I've disciplined myself to that. And if I'm out of character, usually I don't, because that's just somebody making me, they want me to step out of character, like this issue with this tree. I know right from wrong. I'm not going to, some people, you better go get this doc, they will go off, just go off. And it's been how many weeks they were, girl, I would have been and called it. I've been knocking on their door. There's a time and a place for that. Okay. There's a time and a place. So I have to discipline myself. Not that I'm being kind, but yeah. So just, little bitty situations just cause for control, just out of control. So use some self-control and start with yourself. Yeah, girl, praying does the job. I've been dreaming about you two ladies lately. Yeah. So that, when I see people and I see things that they're going through and they're whether it's a venting or just, talking about, a lot of people don't even recognize, how undisciplined they are, and they don't know that that's all the issue is your discipline. You really have to be disciplined. Okay? You really do. And if you really set that as a goal, it will happen. It's there. You just have to want it. My house is out of control. I don't know what to do with the kids. That's part of it, admitting that. Some people won't even admit that. They think it's normal chaos. We have absolutely normal chaos. We do. But it's normal. It's nothing abnormal. When you got kids or parents with, constant, reactions to things, having fits over food. I want this, I want that, greed, eating problems. I eat, moms binge eating, certain things. Those are problems. You have no discipline. If that's just that little bitty aspect tells me that your whole house is out of control, because you don't have any self-discipline yourself. All I do is sit here and do this. Yeah, that's a problem. That is a serious problem. So, yeah, discipline yourself. Like I told you guys, the food is a big thing, because I hear that all the time. And I'm not getting on anybody, but I tell you, if you don't want the kids to holler for cookies and you don't need the cookies yourself, stop buying them. Can you discipline yourself that much to stop buying them? Not, we only going to eat one a day. No, don't buy them. You got to buy the cookie dough or buy the dry ingredients. That way, you won't even be tempted. Some people cannot even. You have to retrain yourself. Okay? Retrain yourself. Can we have ice cream? Yep, eat the whole gallon right now. 2 days. 3 days max. You got to eat it all, or I'm not buying it. Because I don't want to hear any more after that. That's how we do it. Eat it all up. Bake a cake, eat it all. That way, I don't hear no more. It's gone. You got your cake. Cool. And that's how we do it. I don't want to hear the whining all day. But I had cake. You gave me cake yesterday. We had some. Nope. It's gone, right? Because you got it. And you had a party with it. So, and with all these mouths in here, it don't last long anyway. But, what I'm saying. If you present it a different way, you get a different outcome. Whereas if you know that stuff is in there, it's going to constantly tempt you. And you won't have any discipline if you keep chocolate in the house. And you know that you eat chocolate all the time, that's probably not a good idea. Stuff like that. So you have to take away those idle pleasures. And it takes a lot. Some people cannot get rid of, TV. For the life of me, somebody, probably a while, and I'm still going to bring this up, but a lot of people have cell phones. Why on earth do you have a cell phone and you complaining about you don't have any money? You don't even need a cell phone. And reason being is because you're at home. And what it is not only a cell phone. Folks got iPhone 10, iPhone 25. If it's broken, they run in to get another. And I'm like, them phones are not cheap. But you don't have any money. And then you haven't, your insurance, you haven't even paid for the phone you have, and you got to buy. What? It's cheaper. It's so many things you can get now. The home phone is basically cheap, free, because everybody wants the thing. You don't need, what did you do before you had a cell phone? You call people on your house phone. Get a house phone and save yourself some money and quit whining you don't have no money. The only reason why you would have a cell phone is if you needed it for your work and your work will provide you with a cell phone. That's a luxury. It's a luxury, y'all. Okay? It's a luxury. Yeah, you might have one. I'm not, you might have one. I don't have one, because I don't, that luxury. But that is a luxury, and that's money right there that you could be saving. It's that discipline. Okay, you have internet at the house. Okay, most of you have vehicles. Okay, now I can make an exception. Okay, you don't have a vehicle, you got to be out and about. That might be a little bit more reason why you would have one, because there's not that many payphones around anymore. And if you're trying to, you got to call a cab or call an Uber or something like that, you might need one. But just to have one and you got a vehicle and you know where you're going, you don't need a cell phone. That's a priority. You think of that bill and all that money you could be saving, just like them bags of chips that you keep buying and the juice that you keep buying. That's your money right there. That's why you broke. Think about that. When I had to look for the plan that no plan and cheap, that's what I did when I went to what I had got, because I didn't want to be paying all that money. Oh, it's only $100. What? Shoot, that's $20 too much for me. I don't want that kind of junk. I don't want it at all. If you got a type of job that you need a phone because you on call and that's not provided, that's a different story. But again, you still don't need it. Just to have it, you need it because you need to work. You actually getting paid for it. But what I'm saying is some of us have things that you can't even explain why you have them. You cannot even explain it. So those are little, discipline. Discipline yourself. Get rid of those things. Downsize. Downsize them. You're supposed to get a, what did you call that? A prepaid. If you need emergency phone, get a prepaid phone and keep that in your car. There is no valid reason why you would need a cell phone. Back in the, like I said, back in the day, people, you didn't have those. So, yeah. My, what do you call it? My thing merged with AT&T, and still that was only $35. It was only $40 or $35 one. So, and that was all I could do. I'm not doing no more. So, yeah, I cannot see paying all that money and all of that. And my phone was not even it was a good phone, but it wasn't it wasn't no iPhone or nothing like that. I got the phone because it had Gorilla Glass. So I don't care if the phone costs $2. If it's got Gorilla Glass on it, I want it. Those phones that you can drop and do all kind of stuff to and nothing happened to it.
We have hot dogs.
I sure don't. I don't. I will get some though. Not a veggie dogs and turkey dogs. But yeah, if it's got Gorilla Glass on it, then I'll use it. So it don't matter to me. But I know good and well I'm not gonna get no iPhone because I don't like the government. I don't like the just the internet and stuff. Period. And them phones are tapped. They got those chips in them. And that I know. That's why they are constantly, you hear people constantly getting them phones and they break as soon as they get them. They intentionally do that. So those are ones that I would not buy anyway. Even my kids had to, they say, no, we don't want them kind of phone. And we got to pay for this. We got to pay for this. So it's like, and I'm saying kids, I got grown kids. But yeah, they don't want that stuff. Well, anyhow, I will get, like I said, when I come back, We're going to work on some things, and I have some things lined up to share with you all. Like I said, I don't know now how much vlogging I'll be doing for the next couple days. If any, I'm just going to put up footage that I have.
My fort fell down.
Your fort fell down? Oh, goodness. You have to pick it back up.
It will keep on flattening.
It will keep flattening? Well, what can you do?
I don't know.
How can you hold something up? What do you think you could do?
Use it there.
They are so creative. You don't want to use a chair? Well, you have to think of something to hold your fort up. You have to think of something to figure it out. Yes.
Can we have some tea?
You want some tea?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get you some tea. High five. You want to say bye-bye? You have enough of this?
I can't see myself.
You can't see? Well, that's because I took it off of there. There you go. It's a delay in that screen. That's why you couldn't see yourself. Now you can see yourself over there. There we go. See? Yeah, I have enough of something. I can't remember what. I know I have a meal vlog and a couple meal vlogs, and one kind of very significant. It's about doing things a certain way, and no matter if you show somebody how to do something or you do it right with them, the outcome won't be the same. So there's going to be something behind that one.
Say hi.
She's saying hi, but yeah.
But she can't see herself.
She can't see herself. So yeah, I'm going to sit here while I have the time, get them situated, and then I will work on some things and schedule some things, hopefully, provided no emergencies happen.
Aaliyah wants to say hi.
And schedule those things for next week.
I did.
Because if I don't do it, I'll go start doing something else, and then there'll be nothing. May I have my clip? Thank you. All right. You all take care, and thank you for hanging out. Be blessed, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.